edition. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Sunday night, the 22nd? The 22nd of, hang on a second. If I click this right, maybe my things will show up. Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? Great to have you here live. Great to have you here live. How are things in Illinois today? We had a hot weekend. It was near 100 here all weekend. And right now, the storms are coming through to drop the rain. So hopefully, to drop the temperatures and humidity. So hopefully, I do not lose you all tonight. Hey, Carrie, great to have you here from Florida. Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle and the Pets of Resale. It is treat time, I tell you. Cool day there. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be in the 70s the rest of this week, I think. I think that's what I heard. I don't know. I'm not even going to be here. I'm not even going to be here. I'm on the road again this week. On the road. But I'll tell you what. First I'll tell you, hey, we are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. That's where I'm at. I'm on both. Although, if we have a problem with one tonight, I'm guessing we're going to have a problem with the other, because with the storms coming through right now, living in the country, it wouldn't surprise me if we lost power, internet, or some combination of the both. Hey, Julie Jankowicz, it is great to have you here live from Illinois. Yes, I was surprised this weekend. The shoppers chose air conditioning, and they chose air conditioning in our stores. I was pleasantly surprised. Probably the best weekend we've had this month was this weekend. It was a busy weekend. And in clothing, they said fitting room pickup times 1,000,000 is what they kept on saying all weekend long because of the shoppers in this weekend. But we are blessed not only with the shoppers coming in, but we were blessed to have the stock of inventory. Julie had a great weekend. I love hearing that. I love hearing great weekends. Yes, I was, I don't look during the day. I tend not to. I only look at the finish line. And, but I was very happy to see that shoppers were out and about, and their wallets were open. Wow, so you had storms all day and still had a great weekend. That's wonderful. I love that. It's interesting because, let me get started with the Stay Positive book, and then I'll tell you some stories from the weekend. Hang on a second here. Let's get started. We start every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start this program every night. Tonight in the Stay Positive book, we are on page 76. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's also about active listening. Listening with the intent to understand and act upon what is being said. Want to improve your relationships and your team? Be a better listener. Julie had her best week too. That is great. That is great. Hey, Kelly. Albuquerque. I met somebody from Albuquerque this week. And I have him right here. I met the co-owner of Rude Boy Cookies in Albuquerque. On Central Ave in Albuquerque. I met this past week. Kelly, bring cookies to conference. I'm just saying, it's okay if you bring cookies. You know them. All right. Do you just know some rude boys, or do you know Rude Boy Cookies? Because it's the cookies that really matter. Are they good cookies? They look good on the website. I haven't ordered any yet, but they look good. I pulled up that website. It looked good. No, that was a fine gentleman I had lunch with briefly one day this week from Rude Boy Cookies. He did not seem like a rude boy at all. But I was Friday, so interestingly enough, business-wise, Friday, a friend that I hadn't seen, well, seen them since college, but not, it's probably been 25 years since I've seen them. Was in Connecticut. They were down at one of the casinos, and Connecticut has some of the largest casinos in the country. Certainly on the East Coast, they used to be largest in the Western Hemisphere. I don't think they are anymore, but they're, you know, it is, but I was down there. So I caught up with them. I, you know, just went, I was there for a couple hours to see this friend. And, but I have never seen the casino so dead on a Friday afternoon. I have never seen it. I mean, that was, you know, people are being more intentional with their money was the only thing I could think of. They're spending with intent and on sure things. But I came back a winner. I'm like, it's funny. My mother was a casino, you know, she loved to play the slots and stuff and loved to play the games. And, you know, it's always our thing to, my sister and my thing to, you know, go to a casino when we're in upstate New York, because the casino by my mother actually opened, where my mother lived, opened like the day she passed. And so my sister and I went there then. And my mother's thing is you win and then you lose and you give it all back. And my thing is if you win, you don't give it back and you leave. That's when you leave. That's a smart thing to do. You win and you leave. So I you know, it's always, my sister's good about losing. I'm good about taking my money and leaving because I worked too hard for it. And I did good. I was trying to do what I was supposed to do and lose this time, and I won $400. So there you go, in the casino that had nobody in it. Hey, Michelle, it is great to have you here from Virginia. Yes, it is. Yes, it is almost conference time. Oh, my God. The clock is ticking down. We got like 18 days left. 18 days. Don't stress out Adele by telling her there's only 18 days till conference. But it is something like 18 days till conference. Have you registered yet? Are you going to be there? I know Michelle's going to be there. I know Kelly's going to be there. I know Kitty's going to be there. I know Julie's going to be there. I hope Rose is going to be there. She's got a room share. I hope you're all going to be there. It is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to be in person. It's going to be amazing to be with people. I'm not. I'm trying not to rub it in, Adele, the 18 days. I was actually trying to get off on a good old Jewish thing. Chai, you know, it's 18, so it's good luck that it's 18 days away. It's a good omen. It's a good omen that it's 18 days away. We should all meet at the meet and greet. Yes. You're bringing a staff member with you? That's awesome, Kelly. We're bringing one manager this year. We're bringing one manager with us. So we will have, Kim will be with us to conference. And I heard today that she was working on fancy shirts for her and Cassandra for conference. Her and Cassandra were working on Sunday night shirts. I don't know anything about it other than they were working on something fancy for Sunday night. So that is all I know. But yes, I will be at the meet and greet. I will be there for everything. I'm looking forward to the program on Wednesday where we get to have an impact in the Charlotte area on a not-for-profit. I'm looking forward to NARTS Gives Back. I am looking forward to stopping in at, you know, poking my head into the trainings that are happening on Thursday. For those of you that are attending the various trainings, that I will definitely poke my head because I like to poke. Stop in and say hello. There's just so many exciting things. I'm just really excited about it. Hey, and Kelly's going to go shopping. Michelle's attending a training. That's right. I heard you were. I will be poking my head into that training. I will be poking my head. I'll be doing a meet and greet at that training. I always like to stop by. I appreciate all of the NARTS vendors who take the time to conduct their trainings, who take the time to support this industry and this association. So I always like to stop by and thank them for that, and to see all who's attending and maybe get a sneak peek on knowledge. Yeah, bus tours are they are amazing. They are amazing. You get so many great ideas, and I can't wait to see the tour that Adele has set up for us this year. I know it will be amazing. There's just such an energy and excitement at conference, and so I am looking forward to it. So I am looking forward to it. But bring those credit cards, bring that cash. You ladies spend a lot of money on those bus tours. I'm just saying, you find things to shop. You would think you'd never find something else to shop with, but you ladies find things to shop and find things to buy. I don't know how you do it, but you always find things to shop for and buy. And you know what? I will have the Stay Positive book with me at conference, and I will have the Good Morning, Good Night book with me at conference. I will have both books with me at conference, besides me being there in person, live. I don't know if Adele's got a bar mitzvah and a wedding going on at conference too, but if there is someplace there, we should have one of those too. And I heard there's going to be all sorts of surprises and different things, and so many of the resale vendors the industry vendors are going to be there. I've heard there's going to be a phenomenal turnout of industry experts, industry vendors that support this association. There are just so many great things. I just can't get excited enough about it. I even have on my list to work on my presentation. How about that? I even have on my this week's list. It's right here. It's right there. My work on my presentation. It's right there. It's right there on my list. So that I'm not in trouble with Adele. I know she will be looking very much looking for my handout here any day now. I'm about to get in trouble for that. So I know that. What do I got for you tonight, people? What do I got for you tonight? Your first vacation in 4 years. Yay! Carrie's coming too. I love this. I love all these people coming. It is going to be great, Michelle, and I am so glad that you are coming. I am so glad you are coming. So glad everybody's coming. There is so much greatness to happen here. It is going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. All right, are you ready? Do you have your thinking caps on? I have gone not so off topic tonight. Do you have your thinking caps on? Because hey, there's a fan of greatness, Russ. Welcome to the program, Russ. We are looking for greatness, and there's going to be so much greatness at this at conference this year. I am incredibly looking forward to it, and all the great things that are going to happen. It's really, I can't say it enough, but conference is going to the next level. This conference is going to another level here, people. Oh, and Julie's a fan of us. Look at all the love going on tonight. There is so much love going on tonight. But I've got Sunday night trivia for you, people. Are you ready for Sunday night trivia? Are you ready for Sunday night trivia? Remember, 3 of these stories are actually true. Only one of them is fake. Can you spot the fake story? Story number 1, MTV is selling branded catfish to promote its namesake show, Catfish. Students at Johns Hopkins have developed an edible tape to keep burritos, overstuffed or not, in check. Story number 3, a limited edition of Cheez-Its features crackers aged for 6.5 months to the tunes of Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, and the always calming Beastie Boys. And Hot Pockets apparently didn't always need to burn the roof of your mouth. hot. Its new sandwich doesn't even need a microwave. You thaw it to eat it. Which of those is the fake story? Is it MTV selling branded catfish to promote its namesake show, Catfish? Did students at Johns Hopkins develop an edible tape to keep burritos, overstuffed or not, in check? Did a limited edition box of Cheez-It feature crackers aged for 6.5 months to the tunes of Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, and the always calming Beastie Boys? Or did Hot Pockets don't need to burn the roof of your mouth? Its new sandwich doesn't even need a microwave. You thaw it to eat it. Which of those is the fake story? Which of those is the fake story? I got. Let's see what else we got going on here. According to our friends at ThreadUp, the secondhand market's to reach $82 billion by 2026. $82 billion. This gets harder every week. It does get harder. Dennis is driving, but he says number 2. I love it. Hang on one second. According to our friends at ThreadUp, this global market is expected to grow by 24% in 2022. Online companies such as The RealReal, Poshmark, ThreadUp are expected to compose 18% of that. What did I just say? 18% of the sales, and they're expected to comprise 18% of the clothing industry by 2031. So the big guys are, so resale is expected to comprise 18% of the clothing industry by 2031. Almost 3/4 of retail executives said they currently offer or are open providing secondhand goods to their customers. 62% of Gen Z and millennial consumers say they look for items secondhand before buying new. We're going to dive into the ThreadUp report. There is a ton of information in this year's ThreadUp report, and we're going to dive into it in the coming days. But what is very, very interesting in the ThreadUp report this year, the most interesting thing is ThreadUp actually has 3 different reports. 3 different reports. Okay? They have their overall report on the state of the resale industry. They have a report for investors, and they have a different report for retailers. And it is very interesting what they say in each of those reports. And we're going to dive into that. We are going to dive into that. You guys are very divided tonight. Kitty's saying catfish. Dennis says the edible tape to keep the burritos. Okay, but I mean, come on, Jana, wouldn't that be useful in Texas? I mean, I like to overstuff my burritos. And Julie's going with Hot Pockets. Different spin for different audiences. Well, different spin for different audiences on that, Kitty, but also some different stats and different ways the stats are looked at. Now, I'm going to talk about that probably next Sunday, because I'm on the road this week. I will probably not be on Wednesday. I'm on the road this week and probably will not be on Wednesday night this week. But I will have stuff prepared for next week to talk about it. But okay, so Jana, the number 2, students at Johns Hopkins actually did develop an edible tape to keep burritos. The team at Johns Hopkins actually says their edible tape will keep your burrito from exploding and creating a mess. It is called Tasty Tape. It's made from common food additives. It comes in a handy 2-inch strips that can be used for a variety of purposes, including repairing cakes or other messy concoctions. So that is real. Let's see. Julie said Hot Pockets. No, Hot Pockets is real. You saw the new Hot Pockets thing. Yes, I'm the cover, Michelle. I promise you I will cover it because I found that extremely interesting when I found all the reports and I started printing them. I actually have them all printed. They're thick. I have a lot of paper here. They are thick. Okay, so that brings us down to either a limited box edition box of Cheez-Its features crackers aged for 6.5 months to the tunes of Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, and the always calming Beastie Boys, or MTV selling branded catfish to promote its namesake show, Catfish. And Kitty got it this week. Kitty got it this week. Catfish is MTV is not doing Catfish, but they are doing hard seltzer with their take on the Jersey Shore with Juicy Shore. Juicy Shore hard seltzer. I just think that's wrong. I just think that's wrong, people. But that is the product that is new. So Kitty is our winner this week. Good job, Kitty. Good job, Kitty. That was good. I got bonus trivia for you. Okay, in the form of a bad dad joke. In the form of a bad dad joke. Where does Captain Hook buy his hooks? Where does Captain Hook buy his hooks? Does anybody know that one? Where does Captain Hook buy his hooks? Yes, I agree with you, Julie. Then they're not hot. And they always burn your mouth. They got all that the heat trapped inside on the Hot Pockets. This past Wednesday, the stock market dipped, but TJX, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, etc. Their stock went up. On a day when the broader stock market sank by about 4%, shares of TJX advanced more than 7%. After they reported strong quarterly profits. That was up 10% from the year before. Sales were up 13.1%, but profit was up 10%. And their stores reported, stores open a year were, same store sales were flat, but with Marshalls and TJ Maxx sales rising 3% and the home goods division down 7%. So home goods selling less. Okay, again, people are spending more time elsewhere, not their homes, and they've bought for their homes. Okay. Yeah, their credit card interest is ridiculous. And most credit card interest, we're going to talk about credit card interest in just a second. Give me 1 second, Michelle. You're way ahead of me tonight. I'm just saying. You're going to the head of the class tonight, Michelle. That is good. That is good. You are going to the head of the class. So sales of clothing and things at TJ Maxx and Marshalls up 3%. Home decor at Home Goods down 7%. And what it's really highlighting is that people are looking to off-price. Shoppers are looking at off-price. They are not looking at full price. And what I'm seeing in the broader economy is they're either looking at uber luxury or they're looking at off-price, which includes resale. So again, that is good news for the resale industry. As TJ Maxx's profits go, so do the resale industry, I would argue. And so that is good for our industry and your store. So I am excited about that. Another point in the traditional retail world, and this may be coming to the U.S. soon. In the U.S., they're doing a version of this. And this is dealing with online returns. Okay, online returns have been incredibly costly for retailers of all shapes and sizes. It really doesn't matter. The whole reverse logistics of this is ridiculously expensive, and we all know that because we have people bring us in things new with tags to our stores. even whole furniture sets that Wayfair doesn't want back. They just tell you to donate it or get rid of it. When you decide you want to return it. But Zara shoppers in the United Kingdom is now charging its United Kingdom customers a fee to return their online purchases if they drop them off somewhere than at stores. You can return in store in one of their stores for no charge, but if you return it anyplace else, there's a fee, or if you mail it back, there's a fee. So, and apparel returns especially have been incredibly expensive, but really all returns. I mean, online returns account for a huge portion of the sales as a percentage of sales, which is not the case of in-person store sales, but online sales are a high part of that. And with their online sales, they have so they're looking at charging, and whether that'll be a trend that comes across the pond and comes to the U.S., I don't know, but certainly stores of all shapes and sizes are trying to figure out how to grapple with this and how to grapple not only with return logistics, but just the cost and drain on profits, especially as all the costs of that are going up. All the fuel costs, all the handling costs, the labor costs, everything else is going up. It really zeroes out the profit. So it is interesting to watch that and see where that goes as that plays out. No one guessed where Captain Hook buys his hooks? Come on, guys. A secondhand store, of course. Okay, that was cheesy dad humor, but it was good. Where does Captain Hook buy his hooks? At a secondhand store. Okay, if I have to explain it, it's not too far. Okay, I got some laughs with that one. Okay, I see the smiley faces on that one. Come on, that was good. That was good. Okay, oh man, that was kind of good. Captain Hook has a boat. Well, Kurt, welcome to Welties. Now we can start the program now that the Welties are here. Kurt, have I got an opportunity? I finally have a boat opportunity for you. Kurt, I finally have a boat opportunity for you. I finally have an opportunity, and it is not Captain Hook. Your government needs you. Actually, various governments of the world need you, Kurt. It turns out, okay, it's been big news. And I knew Kurt would appreciate this, and he probably hasn't caught it. It's been big news, since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. All the countries that are seizing yachts of these oligarchs, the Russian oligarchs, and they've been seizing these massive yachts. Well, it turns out they need people to care for them, because now the government is on the hook. Your government, your tax dollars are on the hook for taking care of these massive yachts that the governments have seized. And the average yacht of these billion-dollar yachts, okay, these multi-billion-dollar yachts, it takes about 10% of the purchase price a year in maintenance. 10% of the purchase price in maintenance to run these to just maintain the yachts, and the governments are now having to maintain them. So they need people like you, Kurt, to drive those boats around and take care of them while they're in the hands of the government. So your government needs you, Kurt. That's about as close as I'm going to let you get to a boat. Although the cute dog, I hope you had an unbelievably successful bag sale yesterday. If you haven't checked out Camilla's Closet's bag sale, the Welties store, and the bag sale they had yesterday, and the lines and the food truck, and the shelter puppies they had up for adoption. If Indiana was closer, that Yorkie that you had up for adoption, that Yorkie was super cute, Kurt. I am surprised that my family didn't send me to Indiana to get that Yorkie. Nice, Kurt. That's awesome. That's awesome. raising that kind of money. That is awesome. You get to rest today. You don't get a boat, but you get to rest. You get to rest. I might let you. Congratulations. You might get the hot tub. It looked like you were finding homes for those shelter animals as well, those shelter dogs and cats, and hopefully you found one for that Yorkie, because otherwise my people are going to send me to my peanut gallery was going to be like, you can go to Indiana and pick up a dog. You can go to Indiana and pick up that poor dog. She looked so cute in the picture. Miss having a dog. But so back to Michelle's point on the high interest her neighbor got on her new TJ Maxx. You deliver. All right. Well, my guess is that dog was taken because it was too cute. The Yorkie in your picture, I'm sure was snapped up. She was a cutie. And looked all happy to be there. You probably took her home. So to Michelle's point on interest rates, loan delinquencies signal trouble for the paycheck to paycheck economy. The signals are smoldering from what they consider subprime loan delinquencies, that paycheck to paycheck economy, people that are like a lot of Americans, they actually have a credit score for this. They rate people that are 630 or below in the paycheck to paycheck economy. And 11.3% of borrowers in this for personal loans and line of credit were at least 60 days delinquent. 11.1% of credit cards were 60 days past due. And that is up from rates a year ago. That's up a few percentage points from rates a year ago. Obviously, there's always delinquencies, but as that ticks up, the banks start getting nervous. And they list this as 62% of the economy. 62% of consumers are in this boat where they're living paycheck to paycheck and to these loans, and they're financing the higher costs of inflation on their credit cards. So it gets extremely difficult. So so it is definitely something to keep an eye on in this greater economy as we do that, as we see things with it. So something to keep an eye on. This isn't a surprise, but it's really an important topic for Self-Care Sunday. It's an important topic for Self-Care Sunday. And we have Self-Care Sunday as the symbol of disconnecting. Symbol of disconnecting so that you can reconnect with your world. Unplugging from things so that you can connect and actually find yourself, find your loved ones, and not get overwhelmed with everything. And we've had that since the beginning of the pandemic. We've had Self-Care Sunday as a day for you to disconnect. And it's just the symbol. If you can't do Sunday, do Tuesday, do Thursday, half day Wednesday, half day Friday, whatever you have to do to disconnect. But a recent survey, and this is not a surprising survey, that the majority of employers are grappling with workers' mental health issues. The majority of employers are grappling with worker mental health issues. Most employers have brought mental health out in the open. 59% of companies surveyed indicate they are openly discussing mental health and well-being in the workplace. Those industries most likely to start the conversation are professional employment organizations, education, professional and technical services, and automotive, which are all well above the national average. But mental health is real, and the mental health of your staff is real. Reasonable accommodation requests have spiked. People are worried that if they talk about mental health, that it'll increase mental health issues. That doesn't cause mental health issues. People are looking for an outlet. They're looking for safety. They're looking for humanity, for lack of a better term. Humanity. You to be human. You to be human. Okay? You to connect. Okay? It is hard. It is hard. Okay? And mental health has gotten such a backseat during the pandemic. It is incredibly hard for people, and they don't know where to go, and they're in the death scroll of social media, and they just don't know what to do or what to talk about. So being an ear for your people, being compassionate, having a heart, being human is so incredibly important. So I can't tell you enough how important that is, and how I encourage you to be there for your employees' mental health, but also encourage them to have their self-care Sunday, their time to disconnect, their time find themselves. And one of the greatest ways you find it is getting off your phone. I mean, literally turning off your phone, leaving your phone on the other side of the house, leaving it off. It is hard. It is hard. It's hard, and you need to take that time. We've all got a lot going on. We've all had a lot of things, but it is hard. It is hard, but take the time, people. Take the time to disconnect, because it will bring you better. I mean, Kurt's got a lap full of dogs right now, I'm guessing. A bunch of corgis. He's trying to be the queen. You got to get off the phone scroll. You got to get off the phone scroll, okay? And that's just one way. But it's also reconnecting. I mean, one of the things I do every weekend is I touch base with all my siblings. And I call and connect with them. I actually call, not text them. I call and connect with them. And so whatever you do to connect with your friends, your family, and have that doesn't involve a boat, Kurt. Your mental health will not improve with a boat, let me tell you. But whatever you do to connect and reconnect with yourself, I mean, quite honestly, with yourself, get a book, just listen to some music, sit out in the yard, whatever that is, so that you reconnect with yourself is incredibly valuable. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. Lastly, our friends in government. Our friends in government have failed small business. The bid to in the Senate and the House to replenish the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, which was also supposed to be then used for gyms, retailers, and other hard-hit industries, has died in the Senate. It only had 52 votes versus the 60 that it needed, and that is it. Government support for business in this COVID economy is over. That was the last call for that. It is sad. It is wrong. As I talked to members of Congress last week when I was in D.C., I met with members of Congress. I told them that not only is the effects of the pandemic not over, but the pandemic's not over. Okay, it's real. I mean, I've got a manager out with COVID right now. The effects are real. The effects on small businesses of all shapes and sizes are real. You didn't cause the pandemic, and you shouldn't be asked to pay for it. But the reality is that the government has checked out on this, even though it did pass the House. The fact that it has not passed the Senate has pretty much killed it, and it is dead from here forward. So I am, and there's likely to be no other relief. If you are eligible or think you might be eligible for the Employee Retention Credit, which was available from the second quarter of 2020 through the third quarter of 2021, You're eligible for that based on either you're being down a high percentage in sales or being under a government restricted order, typically restricting your occupancy. If you are eligible for that and don't know how to file for that, we have tons of information over at narcs.org/resalestrong, or you can reach out to me and I'm happy to help you get what you're entitled to. That is what we do. Here to help everybody do that. You know what else we do is we send this video and everything I talk about, this video and everything we talk about over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring the bell, ring that bell, so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make a better business and continue forward. I'm here every Wednesday and Sunday at More 8 Than Ish, More 8 Than Ish every Wednesday and Sunday. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil, at ECIstores.com. I will most likely not be on this coming Wednesday because I am on the road this week. But I will most likely, if I get a chance, I will hop on briefly. But I am expecting that I will have a long day Wednesday and will not be on Wednesday. But I will be back next Sunday. I will be back Memorial Day weekend. I will be back in the office and be able to be back on. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start every night. Tonight we're on page 76. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's also about active listening. Listening with the intent to understand and act upon what's being said. Mental health, people, think about it. Want to improve your relationships and team? Be a better listener. Culture drives expectation and beliefs. Expectation and beliefs drive behaviors. Behaviors drive habits, and habits create the future. There you go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a NARTS conference in 18 days. What are you waiting for, people? Get your registration in. Don't make Adele and Dazzle get frazzled. Get your registration in. Get it in so that you are not the one having Adele burn the midnight oil to get everything done before we head off to conference. But until then, and until next Sunday at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you next week. And I'll probably have some stuff from the road for you, too. Take care. And take some self-care. Have a great night.